Good morning, everyone. I'm here in Tokyo, Japan. It's Thursday morning, and we're having a beautiful day. The sun is shining. It rained last night, and so I hope that I can bring a little bit of springtime to wherever you're at. I've got a bunch of things to share with you today. These are all songs from my CDs, Kathy Campus Special Days and Holidays, and Jump, Jump, Everyone. So I hope you enjoyed the different things that we'll be doing today. If you have any questions, please feel free to write in the box on my Facebook page and I'll respond to those questions. So let's get started. The first song I want to start with is a rain song. And as you can see, Froggy is ready for the rain, but I'm not. I should have brought my umbrella or my raincoat, but for this song, you don't need anything. We're going to sit with the kids. Froggy will sit here. I guess he'll have to sit back here. I'll show you the first time through and then we'll do it with the music. So it goes like this. You can sing first and then the children sing after you. It is raining on my legs, on my legs. Pitter patter raindrops, pitter patter raindrops. I'm all wet, I'm all wet. Each time we'll hear one body part. And you can make a sound on that body part. Listen to how that sounds. This is the sound of the patting on my legs. We're going to be patting on our arms. Can you hear that sound? We're going to be patting on our head. We're going to be patting on our chest. We're even going to be patting on our tummy. Listen to those different sounds. Are you ready to go? So please sit down on the floor. When I do this with the students, we sit in a circle on the floor. Chuck, can we have the music, please?
Arms.
Listen, it's starting to rain. Oh no, and I forgot my umbrella. It's raining on me. It's raining on my head.
On my head. Here we go. It is raining on my head, on my head. Pitter patter raindrops, pitter patter raindrops. I'm all wet, I'm all wet. Let's listen to that sound. Can you hear the sound of your head?
It's still raining.
It's still raining.
On my arms.
On my arms. It is raining on my arms, on my arms. Pitter patter raindrops, pitter patter raindrops. I'm all wet, I'm all wet. Listen to the sound on your arms.
Look, the rain isn't stopping.
It's still raining
on my legs.
on my legs. Listen to that sound. It is raining on my legs, on my legs. Pitter patter raindrops, pitter patter raindrops. I'm all wet, I'm all wet. Listen to the sound on your legs.
Oh no, it's still raining.
It's still raining
On my chest.
on my chest. It is raining on my chest, on my chest. Pitter patter raindrops, pitter patter raindrops. I'm all wet, I'm all wet. Listen to that sound. Wow, it's really deep and low.
Look, it's still raining.
It's still raining.
On my cheeks.
On my cheeks, here they are, cheeks. It is raining on my cheeks, on my cheeks. Pitter patter raindrops, pitter patter raindrops. I'm all wet, I'm all wet. Listen to the sound on your cheeks.
Oh, how funny. It's still raining, and it's raining on my tummy.
On my tummy, it is raining on my tummy, on my tummy. Pitter patter raindrops, pitter patter raindrops. I'm all wet, I'm all wet. Listen to the sound in your tummy. Yay. Give yourselves a big hand, everyone. We did it. We did it. We did it today. We did it. We did it. Hip, hip, hooray. Thank you, everyone. One of the reasons that we do this is to teach body parts to children. So the children are naming cheeks, head, tummy, arms, chest, legs. You can add other body parts too, but it's really easy to do the song because it guides you through it in the song. So I hope you enjoy that. It's really important too for their tactile response. We're waking up their body by tapping different parts of their body and by brushing the skin. It's a great way to start your class. And especially if it's a rainy day, I think it's important that every teacher has a rainy day song because it connects the children in your classroom to the environment. One of my students made this beautiful homemade instrument. It's made out of a PET bottle, a single-use plastic PET bottle. And so she recycled it and put some beads inside and stickers. So if you wanted to create the sound of the rain, you could do this. Okay, next, I had a request for my poem, The Little Worms. And I have to tell you that my students at Sayson International School love this song. I teach children there from the age of 2 up through age 12, but this is a big hit with my kindergarten children. So we want to develop some flexibility in our backs, and we want to develop an awareness of the different seasons and different weather. Plus, we want to work on expressing our voice in different ways. So when we do this, we're all huddled up in a circle on the floor. So I'm going to turn around on my tummy like this. And so all the children on the floor, and we're looking at each other's faces. And so they go like this. We're down on our tummies, and we say, the little worms are in the mud. Can you say that with me? The little worms are in the mud. Wiggling, wiggling, wiggling. Let's say it. Wiggling, wiggling, wiggling. They push their heads up out of the mud. Can you say that with me? They push their heads up out of the mud. And look up. Remember, it was raining. And they say, yippee! It's a rainy day. Ha 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 ha. We know that worms love mud. And they love mud on a rainy day. But some days it's a hot, sunny day. And the worms don't like that. So we changed it. The little worms are in the mud. Let's say it. The little worms are in the mud. Wiggling, wiggling, wiggling. Your turn. Wiggling, wiggling, wiggling. They push their heads up out of the mud. And they cry, oh no, it's a sunny day. But now my children wanted to change this poem a little bit. So they started with baby worms and they changed their voices. Can you change your voice? And let's make it a day like in Minnesota. It's a cold, snowy day. So we say, the baby worms are in the mud. Wiggling, wiggling, wiggling. They push their heads up out of the mud and they say, brr, it's a cold, snowy day. Oh. You can also change it to have mommy worms. My children said the mommies might wear earrings. The mommies might wear a necklace like I'm wearing. And then they can change to the daddy worms. And the daddy worms have a deeper voice. So it's something really fun for my students to do. When we finish, we just sit up like this. Crisscross applesauce. Do you remember? Criss-cross applesauce. Criss-cross applesauce. Criss-cross applesauce. Pepperoni pizza. Very good, everyone. We did it. We did it. We did it today. We did it. We did it. Hip, hip, hooray. Okay, it's time for us to look at a story. I've had some requests for the caterpillar or the butterfly life cycle. My students at Sayson do this as well as my students in our private language school. I love to use this story. I'm sure many of you know it. The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Carle. So before I read the story to the children, I sing, Come and sit in front of me, in front of me, in front of me. Come and sit in front of me, in front of me. In the story of the very hungry caterpillar, we have 4 parts of the life cycle. We have the tiny egg. It changes to the caterpillar. It changes into a chrysalis, and it changes into a butterfly. And this cycle repeats over and over again. I've shared this visual with you on Facebook. All the images are coming from Creative Commons, and this is the life cycle of a monarch butterfly. So I want to point out the different stages. I'll show it to you here, and then we'll do it with other props. So we say, tiny egg, tiny egg, ch, 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 ch. Tiny egg, tiny egg, ch, 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 ch. Tiny egg, tiny egg, ch, 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 ch. 1, 2, 3, 4, look. This is a caterpillar. We say, caterpillar, caterpillar, ch, 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 ch. Caterpillar, caterpillar, ch, 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 ch. Caterpillar, caterpillar, ch, 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 ch. 1, 2, 3, 4, look. This is a chrysalis. Chrysalis, chrysalis, ch, 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 ch. Chrysalis, chrysalis, ch, 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 ch. Chrysalis, chrysalis, ch, 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 ch. 1, 2, 3, 4, look. What's this? It's a butterfly. Butterfly, butterfly, ch, 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 ch. Butterfly, butterfly, ch, 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 ch. Butterfly, butterfly, ch, 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 ch. Wait. Goodbye. So I would hang this up in my classroom so my students could see this. But I want to get some props. So I have an egg. You could use an Easter egg and put a little something inside of it. And I have this beautiful puppet. It's called a Folktales puppet, and it looks like a caterpillar. You'll see the surprise in a minute. And I have a scarf which will become the chrysalis. So it looks like this now. Tiny egg, tiny egg. Ch, 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 ch. Tiny egg, tiny egg. Ch, 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 ch. Tiny egg, tiny egg. Ch, 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 ch. 1, 2, 3, 4, look. Caterpillar, caterpillar. He's so hungry. Ch, 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 ch. Caterpillar, caterpillar. He's really hungry. Ch, ch, ch. Caterpillar, caterpillar. Ch, 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 ch. 1, 2, 3, 4, look. We can make a simple chrysalis. Chrysalis, chrysalis. Ch, 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 ch. Chrysalis, chrysalis. Ch, 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 ch. Chrysalis, chrysalis. Ch, 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 ch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look, it's a butterfly, butterfly. Ch, 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 ch. Butterfly, butterfly. Ch, 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 ch. Butterfly, butterfly. Ch, 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 ch. Wait. Goodbye. Okay, let's do it with our own hands now. I also wanted to explain too, this puppet is a convertible puppet. Perhaps you could even make one yourself. And oftentimes, if I'm standing up, it's easy to spin around and to show the change. Okay, let's get our hands ready now. So can you make a tiny egg with your fingers? Can you make that caterpillar pop through? And so the caterpillar is crawling along. Can you change that into a chrysalis? You might go like this. You might make the branch. It's your idea. And then change into a butterfly. How can you do that? You might put your thumbs together like this, or you could show the backs of your hands like this and make the butterfly. After we do this with our hands, we're going to do this on the floor, and we'll turn into the tiny egg. And you've just done the little worms. Those are like the caterpillars, or the worms, so caterpillars and worms. And then we'll make a balancing pose for the chrysalis and finally turn into butterflies. Okay, Chuck, let's get the music.
little worms are in.
No.
Let's do tiny egg.
Let's get our hands ready. Make a tiny egg.
You can make it any way you want. Tiny egg, tiny egg. Tiny egg, tiny egg. Tiny egg, tiny egg. Ready, change. 1, 2, 3, 4, look. Caterpillar, caterpillar. Caterpillar, caterpillar. Caterpillar, caterpillar. 1, 2, 3, 4, look. Chrysalis, chrysalis, chrysalis. Chrysalis, chrysalis. Chrysalis, chrysalis. 1, 2, 3, 4, look. Butterfly, butterfly. Butterfly, butterfly. Butterfly, butterfly. Wait. Goodbye. Now all the children make a tiny egg with their bodies.
Let's make an egg with our
Can
bodies.
you hide
on the
like
floor.
this?
We'll make a tiny egg.
The
Ready?
children are all
Here we
waiting.
go.
Tiny egg, tiny egg. Tiny egg, tiny egg. Tiny egg, tiny egg. 1, 2, 3, 4, look. They turn into caterpillars. Caterpillar, caterpillar. Caterpillar, caterpillar. Caterpillar, caterpillar. 1, 2, 3, 4, look. They make a chrysalis. Chrysalis, chrysalis. Chrysalis, chrysalis. Chrysalis, chrysalis. 1, 2, 3, 4, look. Butterfly, butterfly. Butterfly, butterfly. Butterfly, butterfly. Wait. Goodbye. Yay. So I wanted to explain that when I do this with the students, it's really fun to walk around and as they're making their chrysalis, to put a scarf over their heads so that they feel like they're in their hiding position. Things are changing in this chrysalis pose. And then they can come out with the scarves. I often just give each student one scarf and then they can use their arm for the other part of it. But scarves are a really great addition to this. We did play the Little Worm song. I think you can listen to that on iTunes. It's a great song too. Okay, let's go on to Flitter Flutter Butterfly. I have to tell you about this song. This is one of the first songs that I wrote many, many years ago. And it's fun because it's a tongue twister. It helps the students practice their FL sound. And as you know, here in Japan, using those L sounds is really difficult. Putting F and L together makes it even more challenging. So we start by just practicing those sounds. So we say flitter. Can you say that? Flutter. Butter. Then fly, fly, fly. Flitter. Flutter. Butter. And then fly, fly, fly. And when we practice, I say wish. Fly where you wish. May. Fly where you may. Please stay. Please stay. Flitter, flutter, butterfly. Please stay. So your students can just use their arms like this, or if you have scarves, I bought these on Amazon. It's easy to use scarves with this. Chuck, let's get the music.
Make your butterfly wings, and now let's sing and dance.
Get your butterfly wings. going to get my scarves now. If you have scarves, get your scarves. Flitter, flutter, butterfly, fly, fly. Flitter, flutter, butterfly, fly, fly. Fly where you wish, fly where you may. Flitter, flutter, butterfly, please stay. And if you have room in your classroom, the students can move around the room like butterflies. Flitter, flutter, butterfly, fly, fly. Flitter, flutter, butterfly, fly, fly. Fly where you wish, fly where you may. Flitter, flutter, butterfly, please stay. Let your students be butterflies, flying around. Wonderful. Give yourself a great big hand, everyone. I like to give my students time to move around the classroom, so if you have the scarves, they can move freely and they don't need to follow the words when you do the second time through or the third time through. Okay, I'm going to go back to the floor because the next thing we're going to be talking about is about plants. And so we have these beautiful plants at our house. This is a leaf. Can you see it? Here's another leaf. We have some buds. If you look really close, you can see the buds. And here, one has actually turned and it's blossomed. It's a flower. So this is a little finger play that we do. And it's really great if you have scarves because it makes it so much more exciting. I have scarves in many colors. So at first, students will say, red scarf, please, or purple scarf, please. I like to give them some choice if I have the colors that they want. So I'm going to switch now to my red scarf. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to scrunch up our scarf like this. So it's very, very tiny. And we pretend to plant a seed. So we say, first let's plant a seed in the dirt. If you need to use a little shovel, you can. Water it, shh, and watch it grow and grow and grow. Then I say, show me your thumbs. That's a very difficult word for our students to say, thumbs. Can you show me your thumbs? With starting from 3-year-olds, they can do this. The 2-year-olds, this is a little difficult. So we say, here's a leaf, your turn, and here's a leaf. Count them, 1, 2. Here's a bud. Here's a flower. Now, are you ready? This is the great part. Blooming just for you. Hooray! And of course, with very young learners, they'll always say, again, again. So in the recording, we'll do this twice. Chuck, I think we're ready for the recording. This is called Here's a Leaf. And this is on Jump, Jump, everyone.
Do you have a scarf?
Yes, I do.
Let's scrunch up our scarves. Is your scarf very tiny?
Yes, it's very
Are you
tiny.
ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Let's pretend.
Let's pretend.
Let's plant a seed in the
Plant a
dirt.
seed in the dirt.
Water it.
Shh.
Now watch it
Grow and grow and grow.
Now show me your thumbs.
Thumbs.
Here we
Thumbs.
go. Here's a leaf.
Here's a leaf.
And here's a leaf.
Here's a leaf.
Count
them.
1, 2.
2.
Here's a bud.
Here's a bud.
Here's a flower.
Here's a flower.
Blooming just for you.
Hooray!
Let's grab our scarves and do it again. Scrunch up our scarves. Is your scarf very tiny?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's pretend.
Let's pretend.
Let's plant a
seed in the dirt.
Water it.
Shh.
Now watch it
Grow and grow and grow.
Now show me your thumbs.
Thumbs.
Here's a leaf.
Here's a leaf.
And here's a
And
leaf.
here's a leaf.
Count
them.
One,
1, 2.
Here's a bud.
Here's a bud.
Here's a flower.
Here's a flower.
Blooming just for you.
Hooray! Very nice. We did it. We did it. We did it today. We did it. We did it. Hip, hip, hooray. Now this is something that we do in our Montessori kindergarten. Whenever we have scarves, it's important for the children to fold the scarves. This song isn't on the CD, but I want to teach it to you today. It goes like this. We're going to be folding the scarves. Fold, fold, fold our scarves, fold them very neatly. Fold, fold, fold our scarves, fold them very neatly. This side to the other side, this side to the other side, this side to the other side, fold them very neatly. Then for kindergarten children, I sing, scarves, please, and they bring them to me. Here you are, scarves, please. Here you are, scarves, please. Here you are, thank you very much. And then all the scarves are put neatly away for the next class. I wanted to point out something about the very hungry caterpillar story, and I forgot to show you this. I learned about this on Pinterest, and I think it's awfully fun to use a paper plate or a circle to show the different stages in the life cycle of the butterfly. And they can be labeled like this. Also with our book, let's see, where have I put the book? I guess we have misplaced it. Oh, here it is. Froggy is on top of it. I made this cute little caterpillar out of red and green pipe cleaners. And I have the hard book, which I find is really useful with very young learners. If you have the hard book, it's easy for you to put this caterpillar right through the hole. And the students love taking turns doing this. So that may be something else that you can use in your classroom. When we teach that life cycle, we can see the tiny egg. We can see the caterpillar. He eats and eats and eats. Finally, he eats one leaf and he makes what he calls a cocoon. I turn it this way to make the chrysalis. And then finally, at the end of the story, we have the butterfly. Sorry, I didn't mention that to you sooner. Okay, so those are the things that we might consider clue lessons in our classroom, talking about the caterpillar and the butterfly life cycle, talking about plants, talking about rain. Now, before we go, I'd like to do one more song with you. This is a song that we celebrate here in Japan, a holiday we celebrate, called Hina Matsuri. And on Hina Matsuri, the girls, actually even right now, girls are displaying dolls on beautiful red stairs. So I'd like to teach you this dance. So imagine that we have the emperor and the empress doll. We have the maids in waiting. We have musicians. You might look this up on Google to find out more about it. But we're going to start like this. So we say, we love Hina Matsuri. Hina Matsuri is the word for Girls' Day. We love Hina Matsuri. Then we're going to turn into the dolls and do a little bend. Pretty dolls for us to see. Your turn. Pretty dolls for us to see. The girls in my classroom do a little curtsy, like this. The boys take a little bow. So we say, Girls' Day, Girls' Day. Then we say, Hina Matsuri is Girls' Day. Hina Matsuri is Girls' Day. I set these words to a very famous melody here in Japan called Kaeru no Uta. It's the frog song, and the melody goes up and down just like the stairs. So this is how it sounds. We love Hina Matsuri, pretty dolls for us to see. Girls' Day, Girls' Day, Hina Matsuri is Girls' Day. When you hear the recording, you're going to hear me singing it by myself first. Then you'll hear it as a canon. Students can take turns. Once they know it well, they can take turns. If you don't feel comfortable with it, in your classroom, you'll hear the second part. Okay, Chuck, let's do the music. Created on March 3rd in Japan. It's called Hina Matsuri. On that day, we display beautiful dolls on red stairs. Get ready? We love Hina Matsuri, pretty dolls for us to see. Girls' Day, Girls' Day, Hina Matsuri is Girls' Day. We love Hina Matsuri, pretty dolls for us to see. Girls' Day, Girls' Day, Hina Matsuri is Girls' Day. Now you're going to hear two groups together. We love Hina Matsuri, pretty dolls for us to see. Girls' Day, Girls' Day, Hina Matsuri is Girls' Day. We love Hina Matsuri, pretty dolls for us to see. Girls' Day, Girls' Day, Hina Matsuri is Girls' Day. Girls' Day, Girls' Day, Hina Matsuri is Girls' Day. Thank you. We did it. We did it. We did it today. We did it. We did it. Hip, hip, hooray. I want to thank you all for coming today to the Facebook Live. I didn't know if we have any questions, Chuck. Has anyone asked questions here on Facebook Live? As I mentioned, I'm teaching very young learners. I start with children from the age of 2 and up to the age of 12. A lot of the work that I'm doing, though, is with the very young learners. I write songs to help children build their English language vocabulary and to help them have a very healthy and balanced body. So as you can see, a lot of the things that we did today, we did things on the floor, on our stomachs, to build their upper back strength. We did things brushing their body, that's their tactile response. We made different shapes with our fingers that helped build their creativity. So I hope you enjoyed all the different things that we did today.
Question, where can we purchase the CD?
The CDs. You can find the CDs on iTunes, and David Paul sells the CDs on English ETJ website. So if you go to the ETJ website, I can share that information. But it's really great that all of you came today. If you have any questions, I will share some of the visuals that I use with the students. I think that things like this may be helpful to you. Also having books on hand, having different props, having real things like the plants. I think all of those things make your lessons very interesting. I want to thank my husband Chuck for helping me this morning, Doug Britton for helping me with understanding how to do Facebook Live a little bit better. Anyway, I wish you all a great day. I hope that this has been helpful to you. I hopefully in the way that I've modeled my teaching and in the use of these songs and chants, they can be useful to you in your classroom. My next Facebook Live will be taking place in March 23rd. It's the beginning of our spring break, so I hope you can come and join me again. Thanks everyone. Have a great day.